Hello guys and welcome to my channel. This is your girl Unbeatable Babe TV. Good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you're watching me from. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a very wonderful home remedy for stretch marks, okay? And this don't only clear out stretch marks, it gets rid of any scar on your skin with time, okay? You have to be very consistent with it. So let me dive in and introduce you to what I'm going to be using today. If you have noticed, I have aloe vera, fresh aloe vera stem right here, and this is my coconut oil, and that's my orange, and this is my measurement cup, and that is my grater. So I'm going to be using this grater right here to get the zest of the orange, and I'm going to be using this measurement cup to get out a cup of that, okay? So I'm using a cup. So that's equal to like 4 spoons of coconut oil. Or if you want to be at the safe side, if you have this quantity, you can actually exhaust it all. Okay, so it's not that big. It's equal to my 1 whole cup already. So I'm supposed to be using this to measure it. So instead of putting it all out in here, I'm just gonna empty the jar in the pot while we're doing the cooking process. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna clean out our aloe vera stems, and then we're going to be blending it in this wonderful blender today, and then I'll show you what I'll be doing. Okay, I've now extracted the zest of the orange. So this is the orange zest right here, but that's all we need. This here will be around 1 tablespoon of orange zest, okay? And then I've emptied the coconut oil into my 1 cup, and this is exactly the size of the coconut oil you want. You just want a cup of coconut oil. And then I've extracted the aloe vera from the I've peeled off the skin, and this is the aloe vera gel right here. So right now I'm gonna put the aloe vera in this machine and blend it into juice, and then I'll come back. Okay guys, I've just finished blending the aloe vera. If you notice, this is the juice now. So I'm gonna tip it in this pan. Okay, you don't need to measure it because the quantity I got was exactly the quantity I needed. So if you got a bigger aloe vera, you make sure you use just 1 cup. Okay, so in goes our aloe vera juice. Okay, then I put the heat on. I put the heat to the number 4, that's the low heat. Okay, so right now this is just our aloe vera in a clean pot. Okay, there's nothing else but the aloe vera juice that I just blended. All right, so now I'm gonna be adding my coconut oil. So this is the 1 cup of the coconut oil. That's equal to 4 tablespoons. Okay, so in goes that. So we're trying to infuse the coconut oil with all these lovely ingredients. Okay, so if you want to know what aloe vera does for your skin, please go to Google and Google aloe vera, fresh aloe vera, and then Google will tell you exactly the benefits you can get from aloe vera. Same goes to the orange zest as well, and all the ingredients we've used today. So if you want to know why I'm using all these ingredients, help yourself and go to Google, and then you'll find out loads and loads of benefits you can get from aloe vera stem, and you can get from coconut oil. The same thing you can get from orange zest. Okay, so right now I'm gonna be tossing in my orange zest in the pan now. So we put all this in. Okay, so you bring it to boil, and remember, do not forget the orange zest have to be just a tablespoon of orange zest. Okay, use your normal I'll show you the spoon, sorry, this spoon, a full spoon of orange zest. Okay, so when you've done that, then we're going to cover it and leave it and bring it to boil. All right, so give it like 5 minutes, then we'll come back and see how it is. Okay, so stay tuned. It's been 5 minutes since I started cooking. If you noticed, there's still water in it, water from the aloe vera. So just be patient, and then keep stirring. At this point you're gonna have to leave it open for it to evaporate. Okay, so we're gonna try and boil down the water You make sure all the water evaporates. Once the water is all vanished from the oil, of course you notice it anyway, then the orange will turn kind of crisp, and then you know it's ready. But anyway, I'll take you through all that. And don't forget, if you don't have any tube or container rather, or tube like we call it here, to put back the oil when it's done, because I'm going to be sieving this back in my tube. Okay, like I have them little things I share it out of, but I rather put it in here. It's better for me in here. Okay, so I'm gonna use a sieve. Anyway, I'll take you through the process. Let's keep cooking first. Okay, we're gonna let it cook until the water is all gone. Okay, so take note. You see how it's looking now? So we'll wait for it for a bit to cook for like another 5 more minutes, then we'll see how it's doing, then we'll come back. Okay, guys, it's been another 2 minutes since the last time we checked on it. If you notice, it's changing now, so it's getting evaporated. If you notice, all the water is beginning to go. And then if you are doing this at home, if you're using a hot plate stove and then you think the heat is high, feel free to reduce the heat like I've done now. You remember we started from 4, now it's on 3. I have to reduce the heat so that the ingredients will infuse properly in the coconut oil. Okay, you don't have to cook it on a very high heat. Okay, so you are trying to infuse the coconut oil with all the richness of the orange and all the richness of the aloe vera. You know, we have to make sure we cook it and then slow and steady. Okay, and then after cooking it, we'll let it sit once it's cold, and then we'll go through that process. Okay, so we're still waiting for it to cook, so I think we still got a few minutes on it. If you notice, it's still a bit wet, if you like. We'll have to let it cook further. All right, so we'll come back. If you notice now, our orange zest is now crisping up, and this makes it ready. You see, it's not bubbling anymore. Wow, it smells divine in here. It smells beautiful. You can smell the orange zest, you can smell the coconut oil, and it's beautiful. So now I'm just gonna let it sit now. I'm gonna turn off the heat. It's ready at this point, right? So we're gonna off the heat now, and I'll leave it to cool down. Then, oops, and be careful, it pops as you can see. So I'm just gonna leave it now to cool down. Once it's cool, I will now transfer it in here. So I'm gonna be sieving it, okay? So I'm gonna get my sieve out and sieve it. I'll show you when I'm done sieving it, okay? Our oil is nice and cold now. If you guys noticed, I've just sieved it. So this is my special sieve I use for this purpose, okay? So you sieve it back in the container if you want, or if you've got something you can sieve it in, feel free and sieve it in there, and voila, your oil is ready. This you can use it all over your body. You can use it at the if you have stretch mark, you target the areas. If you have scar, you target the areas. But I use it sometimes for massage all over my body. Okay, so this is your oil right here, and it's magical. If you're very, very consistent with it, believe me, you'll tell me about it. Okay, so try it and tell me what you think about it. Leave your comment, share this video, like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Okay, so I think this is it for now. So watch out for my spot remover coming up next. All right, you have a good time. Look after you and people around you. Good night.